News 46 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, Desert View Hospital celebrates EMS Day.
Reba the horse is safely returned home.
News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Zach Reinert. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Emergency crews have been so busy they could hardly find time between calls to stop by the hospital for lunch today. Desert View Hospital held their annual barbecue luncheon to honor our emergency service personnel. It's May 24th, 2017. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Zach Reinert for News 46. Today, Desert View Hospital honored our local first responders with a luncheon.
You know what? We love our EMS providers. They play such a critical role in our healthcare community, both prompt fire and rescue as well as Mercy Air, because they transport to the hospital. They might need to transport elsewhere in Southern Nevada. And so we just want to thank them. So we're doing an EMS appreciation barbecue today.
And so there's no charge for the EMS?
No charge. It is on us. So we sent out the invite a while ago, and anybody who stops by, we're like, make sure you come by. We've got, barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken, garlic mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, just an old-fashioned American barbecue. It's just our way of saying thanks to the great EMS providers out here.
Have you guys have a good turnout so far?
We are, and it goes until 1 o'clock today, so we expect more to come by.
Well, her previous owner called her Carmen. Her name is now Reba. She's a 10-year-old Peruvian Paso. Reba has been lost in the desert since Saturday. Today, we spoke to owner Cowboy Ken Pyle to see how Reba has been doing since she was rescued after 4 days in the desert and 35 miles away from home.
We were on a little trail ride, the wife and I, and we got into an area and there was a swarm of these horseflies, and they were buzzing around her head, and she got most of them brushed away, and then one latched on the end of her nose. She went up, stood right up on her hind legs, which she'd never done. When she came down, it was like a rocket ship past me, and the wife's holding on and telling her to ho, and the horse jumped the ditch, and as she jumped it, she turned. I don't know how she did it, but she turned, and the wife went that way and was launched.
How's the wife?
Well, she's alive, thank God. Could have been worse. But she's suffering a lot of pain. She can't lay down and sleep, can't stand up, can't sit down.
So, broken ribs, possibly some other things broken. You're going to find out today.
Right, we're going to find out today because she just covered from head to toe in bruises on her whole left side. She had a slight concussion too.
Reba was found by a truck driver?
That's what I understand. That she was standing alongside the Tacoma Road, and a truck driver spotted her and called her into the highway patrol, and the road department was in that area, and I guess they got a hold of her and they gave her a little bit of water and kept her calm, and then some other folks showed up over there, took the saddle off, and when I got there we watered her down real good, put water on her. I had a cool down blanket to keep her cold. And
then, you had a person that brought a cool-down blanket. Prompt Valley Fire and Rescue showed up and hosed her down.
Oh yeah, that was something else. I turned around and here's a big old fire truck, and they said, here's the hose. You want to hose her down? So we hosed her down just before I left, so she'd have a nice cool down on the way home. Yeah. Thanks to you making that call.
Thanks to Scott Lewis for responding. You have Dr. Hadlin.
Yeah, Doc Hadlin. I was in constant contact with him. So in a situation like this, he said, well, she needs, go down and get some Gatorade and give her some Gatorade and water because she needs the electrolytes. And mix that in with water, no more than a half a gallon at a time for 24 hours. So now we're at the 24-hour mark, and I'm waiting for him to call back again. We've been in constant contact. If she wasn't healthy and fat when she left here, she would have never made it. She'd been dead by now.
She lost a lot of weight. Her saddle was found underneath her because of the weight loss. It just slipped around. Her reins were in a position where she couldn't put her head down.
That's right. The last time I seen her, her reins were over the horn, which meant she couldn't get her head down. And they're a hard rope, so you can't break them. So it's a good thing that the saddle did roll at some point in time, because that freed up the reins so she could graze some more or whatever.
Well, definitely a happy ending there. Police are saying that a local man allegedly under the influence walked into his neighbor's house and started hitting him.
Stephen Downey has been taken into custody by the Nye County Sheriff's Office for use of a controlled substance, battery with substantial bodily harm, and burglary. Nye County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to 1550 Jean Avenue here in Pahrump for a report of a person that had been assaulted. According to the declaration of arrest, the victim reported that a neighboring man he knew came into his residence without warning and began punching him to the point where he lost consciousness. Medical staff was requested by the victim. Police say the victim was soaked in blood throughout his body, hair, and clothes. He stated that Steve Downing had come over for lunch, brought a burger, but then became suddenly enraged and began punching him with a closed fist 3 to 6 times in the area of his left eye. The victim said that Downing was really high on meth today. A victim in a neighboring house said that he saw Steve walk from his house to the trailer of the victim and said, "Hey, watch this." He then heard the victim shout out and said that the trailer was moving like people jumping around in it. Police made contact with Stephen Downey, who had visible body tremors, according to the report, and unusual pupil size. He claimed that the victim pushed him. Police say that Downey made no sense when speaking to them and said that he stated his drug of choice was meth. He was transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center after being placed into custody, and a search warrant was requested for a blood draw.
All right, when we come back, more information on a new health care bill. We'll be